With NRL Hunter just around the corner, actually starting this weekend, I linked up with my buddy Ryder, who I actually met at NRL Hunter, and asked him to give us a gear breakdown of what he's using this year, give us the what and why behind it. Now, as you watch this gear breakdown, if you have any questions for Ryder about his gear, about NRL Hunter, leave it in the comments down below. We'll get him down there answering your questions. But without further ado, here is Ryder's gear breakdown for NRL Hunter in 2025.
Hey everybody, I'm William Ryder. This is gonna be my 2025 NRL Hunter setup. Not a whole lot has changed since last year. Still running a Terminus Zeus action, a Manners LRH stock. I did go from a double pull to a triple pull for this season. I'm using the OBI link here to hold the rifle as I'm going in between stages. I use a couple different barrels. This one's a Patriot Valley Arms, just a pre-fit. It shoots great. I also have a Bartline barrel that Short Action Customs spun up for me. It also shoots great. Just trying different stuff out. Start up here also, Armageddon gear suppressor cover. This is just the low heat regular one. This is the Silencer Co. Scythe suppressor. Weighs like 6.6 ounces or 8.8 ounces or something like that. It's crazy lightweight. Then we got a Leupold Mark V, 5-25 with the PR2 reticle. I got a koozie here just in case I need a little extra sunshade or it's raining or something like that. Scoot that forward. American Precision arm, I think it is. It's their bottom metal here. I like it. It's got a nice big stop for the bag. And then the mag well is also flared pretty well. This is the Weebad cheek piece. Then on the Leupold Mark V, I have the Brandt built for the LRA Ascendant level here. So this way you can see the back there, you know, when you're level, when you're not, kind of thing. Then this is the Flatline Ops Bone Spur. I like it so that way if I'm here at 17 or 15 or whatever where I normally run, I can see through it to see what number I have dialed on instead of having to come off the gun, look around it. From an NRL standpoint, it weighs just the same as the original knob that comes on the Leupold Mark V. MDT Ascendant level. This is the Badger C1 Max mount. It's the 1.30 MOA. On the back of the Ascendant level here, I keep a little multitasker nano tool so that I can make adjustments up here for my Mars or Envision Mars L for if I need to, you know, change zero on the rifle or something happens, I'm able to reach up here and do that. And I just took some Velcro and put it right here on the back, and it stays right there, stays out of the way. On the Sky Pod, these are I believe they're called pod knobs by PRSSMFG or something like that off Instagram. They make the ability to manipulate this just that much simpler. Then this head here is actually off of my double pull light. What it does is it saves like 3 or 4 ounces or something like that. So for NRL, you got to be under 16 pounds. And as you see this, it weighs like 15 pounds, like 14 ounces or something like that. So we're just under the allowed weight limit. I'm shooting Peterson brass that Eagle Eye uses, and they're loading the 135 burgers for me this season. This stuff has been phenomenal. This gun is a pre-fit with ammunition that is just bought off of Eagle Eye's website, and I'm shooting anywhere from 0.4 to 0.6 like consistently. The stuff is just great, and I don't have to spend any time in the reloading room. That's a huge plus for me. Magazine wise, I like the accurate mags. I've actually shaved, this is a little faded off of there, and what I did is I actually took a little Dremel to it to remove some of the coating just so that it slides in and out of here a little bit easier. This is a 10 round one. This is also an accurate mag here with their base pad. So what it is it's the 5 round 308 magazine, but for NRL Hunter, you should have at least 8 rounds in your magazine because of the way the stages are run. So what I did is I took their accurate mag. It's a +4 if you were to put it on here. On this, it's a +3. So what that gives me is it gives me 8 rounds with a much smaller profile, because in NRL, you can have some really awkward positions. So if you see the difference here, how far out that, you know, basically this is all that's sticking out is that base pad. So I like doing that. If you shove it real hard, you can get 9 in there, but then you get a lot of bind up here. So I wouldn't recommend it, but it is doable. All right, moving on to support gear, as in stuff that is not dedicated to the rifle from like a shooting standpoint, aiming stuff. So we have 2 game changers here. One is the heavy fill that I actually use like a sandblasting material. It's made of glass, so it doesn't absorb a lot of moisture or any really. The bag will get wet, but the medium fit stays dry, or it doesn't absorb moisture. Then this is a get light fill one. And the reason I do that is because sometimes I like to, depending on the positions for NRL Hunter, you may need to stack it taller, or I want to put it in between my knee right here kind of thing when I squat. So this one will actually stay on my hip, generally speaking. So if I need to get down behind something, it's right there. I can, you know, kind of like a knee saver in baseball kind of thing. So this way I can sit on that, it fills that void. That's one way to use it. So those are game changers. Armageddon gear, the ones that I tripod. This is something I'm changing up for the 2025 season. I've been using the 363. So the way that Leofoto does their numbers is the first 2 digits are the diameter of the thickest portion, and then the 3rd digit is how many sections. So I went from a 363, which is a 36 in 3 sections, to a 403. So it's 40 up here, and then it's 3 sections. I went with a little bit thicker one. This time it just is a little bit more stable, and I intend to shoot more off of my tripod this year. And then this is the MA40X head that they make. And then this is one of a couple tables that Rytec is making. This is a smaller one that I asked them to make, we're working on. And then you have the R-Lock here that Rytec makes. What's cool about this is that it's a square, so you can put it on whichever way you want to, as long as you open it. So you put it on that way, or you can put it on that way. Yeah, you lose a little bit of surface area as far as like grip on grip goes, but realistically, if you're putting a table on here, your rifle is going to recoil off of that bag anyways, and so you shouldn't transfer any of that movement to that. You know, that's how I think about it anyways. So tack table is going to be something kind of new for me this year. I used some other ones before, didn't necessarily go for it all that much. This year I'm going to try that. And then these are the OBI link system. What that does is it allows me to clip my tripod onto the side here. So when we start a stage, all your gear has to be stowed except for your rifle and a spotting device. So that just clips on there, and as soon as the time starts, then I can grab it, I can take it off, whatever you need to do for that stage. I have these also on my game changer, and I keep one here on my waist, so that way I can start the stage with it stowed. Some guys will do another one and they'll put it over here. For me, I saved 50% by not buying 2 of them. That's the honest truth of it. I could go get another one, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the 2, but as soon as this clock starts, I just grip it and run with it kind of thing. So this is the pack. This is my Everly stock Upranger. We'll start at the top. I've got my fix-it sticks here because stuff always goes bad in the field. This is some super glue. It's the stuff, so that's why I keep it in the paper towel inside of a bag, thread locker basically. Fix-it sticks. This is another little multi-tool that Leofoto has, that all your bits and stuff screw into the back here, and then you put it on there. So that's a cool little tool. Then this is the Gunworks bag that they gave at their match a couple years ago as part of their swag bag. What I keep in here, I keep band-aids, stuff like that, simple first aid kit stuff. Excedrin, a leave. I keep a spare trigger because they can break, they do break, it happens. Chamber flag if that match requires it. A lens pin. This is one from the Sig Sauer. I think this came with my 10Ks or something like that, I'm not sure. Hot hands, Sudafed. So right now I live down in New Orleans. We're like 3 feet above sea level. And so anytime I go somewhere that's elevation, my sinuses hate me. So I take some Sudafed with me. A battery pack for my phone and or ear pro, because sometimes I forget to charge that. And just hand wipes, basic, comfort type stuff is what I keep in there. So that's what's in that main pouch there. Then on the outside here, I have a Kestrel, simple, just the Kestrel 5700. This is an Armageddon gear first aid pouch. you know, tourniquet, North American gauze, stuff like that, because you know, we're playing dangerous, not dangerous, but it's an inherently, I don't know what the word I want to look for is, you're going to places where you could trip, fall, stuff like that. You should have some type of first aid kit. All right, so we're gonna open up the bag. The main reason I chose the Upranger this year as a change was that it's got a hard shell here, and when I lay it down, my shoulder straps aren't laying out in the mud or dirt or whatever. You know, they're up here. Couple pouches, we'll start over here. This is SIG 8K. I keep that as like a backup rangefinder. This is the Fayhue Outdoors mesh pocket bag. I keep extra pins, markers. My data board also goes in there. This is the sun and shadow data board. I'll write down my dope for that stage here, and then I have my hard data as well as wind out here. So that's the sun and shadow data board that I really like. I keep spare batteries here for my rangefinder. They runs off of 123s. These are the Surefire rechargeable ones. I'm a big fan of trying to use rechargeable batteries if I can. Saves me a little bit of money down the road. This is just a water bottle. This is one of the Vortex ones they gave out at a match kind of thing, and I just use it because I prefer the smaller mouth. I don't spill as much water on me when I drink out of it. Simple, right? Inside of here, these are SOE branded bags that they Velcro to the back. So inside here, I got my ear pro, and then in here is all the batteries, cables, extra timer, you know, stuff like that. Electronics basically is what goes in here. So they make rechargeable batteries for the Sendet levels as well. I run those in here. Inside this pouch here is iPro, some type of, you know, quick absorb towel for the matches where it's hotter, a little bit of sunblock. This is a cover for the bag, like a rain fly. And then I have Outdoor Research. I think it's their helium lineup. It's the lightest ones they have. It's not rain gear that you want to go out knowing it's going to be raining in, but this is great for those showers that pop up out of nowhere kind of thing, just because of the size of it. If I'm going to go to a match and I know it's going to be nasty, I'm going to bring something a little bit heavier as far as rain gear goes. So this is the harness that comes with the first generation of the SIG 10Ks. I actually really dig it. It's just comfortable, it's easy to open, it's not too big, it just works. Here I have a little bit of breeze detector, they call it, so that you can puff and see which way the wind's blowing. You know, got that off of Amazon. I got a timer over here. This timer is really beneficial because as an individual for NRL Hunter, you get 4 minutes. As a team, you get 6 minutes. So by using this,
4 minutes left.
It counts down for you. This is just an Amazon purchase. One of the biggest things I see in NRL is people without time management, they time out. Sometimes they never even get a shot off because they spent so much time looking for targets, stuff like that. And then inside of here, I carry a grease pen, a lens cloth, and then these are Safariland little earplugs. It's like a little medicine container kind of thing. They're not electric or anything fancy. They just, you know, go in your ear. But, you know, we're all humans and make mistakes, and I've showed up sometimes and forgot ear pro. So I like to try to protect my hearing if I can. And that. Okay, quick thing. I showed y'all the harness earlier. I'm still a big fan of the harness, but what I didn't do is pull the binos out. So I have been running the SIG Gen 2 10Ks, and they're great. I think they have the best laser processor out there on the market. The difference in these, the Swaros I just got, these are 12 power. They give me a little bit extra vision, you want to call it, ability to see into those shadows. Because for NRL Hunter, you got to think about where targets are. Where would animals hide? Animals hide in the shade, you know, stuff like that. So the extra 10 power and the glass is a little bit better. Like, there's no argument there. It's definitely better glass. But are they worth twice the price of over the 10Ks? That's a decision you have to make. So we just wanted to do a quick thing. You'll see this marker on here. I use that to write on my data board because there's been times I get out, range something, it's just one range or something. I'm like, oh, I'll remember that. And I get on the gun and I completely brain farted and can't remember what it is. So by putting the marker in my hand, it reminds me to write down the dope. So quick little thing, we forgot to tell you about those. Is just about it. So those OBI links, I also run them up here. This one has the lock on it. This is the one I use my rifle for going in between stages. But yeah, that's about it. I don't think I have anything down here. Nope, sometimes I'll run some of the hand wipes down here, just they're easy to get to than having to dig out that gray bag. So yeah, that's my gear for the NRL 2025 Hunter season.
How can they follow you, or if they have questions about NRL Hunter?
Yeah, so best way is my Instagram, which is Right Time Rider. So RIGHT underscore time, TIME underscore rider, RIGHTER. That's the best way to get a hold of me.
If they have questions about NRL Hunter, can they bug you?
Absolutely. Shoot me a DM. If you go look on my the same name for YouTube and my Instagram stories, reels, all that stuff, I've got a lot of stuff already on there. I did a video similar to this last year by myself, but this year's production video will be so much better since Jimmy's helping out with it. But yeah, absolutely. Send me some questions. If you see me at a match, come by, say hi. You know, got questions, you know, I won't profess to be the best at this game, but I do a lot of it and I really enjoy it.
Thank you again to Ryder for giving us a gear breakdown of what he's using this year. And if you guys have questions about any of his gear or any of the NRL stuff, or if there's content you want to see over on his channel or his Instagram, leave it in the comments down below. I will link his Instagram in the description. I will also link his YouTube channel so you guys can go follow him. Go check him out. He's very active in the community and willing to help anybody along the way. And as always, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Karate chop that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And we have more NRL content coming from Ryder, so stay tuned for that.